What is up, YouTube? We are back with another BP session today. We are going to do two things today in BP. We're going to show a bat speed round and one of our bat speed days. So this is going to be a high velocity, high CNS type day for the batting practice. We usually do this again early in the week. We do one day early in the week and then one day kind of a little bit later in the week. If it's the off season, I'll usually do 2 to 3 days of this as well. Hard days like this, but in the kind of mid-season kind of grind, we usually only get one solid day of this in, and then we tease it in throughout the rest of the week in our warm-ups and some of our drills we're doing today. So we're gonna do that before league. We got like an hour before league. We got to the fields a little bit early, be able to crush that before league. And then we're gonna do a little product review on the grip, the RIP Grip Pro here. Little 2-finger hold here for the top. They talk about it preventing rolling over. I already have an overlap grip. I already do an overlap grip, and it's talking about how if you take your top 2 fingers off, it forces you to keep that barrel flat and snap through. So I don't know how that's gonna work with our overlap grip. I think we're gonna have to go back to our basic grip, but I kind of want to just have fun with some of the products and give me something to do in BP that's a little bit different today. So we bought the product. It was like 10 bucks, and we're gonna review it and see how that kind of goes. So we'll get to the field and kind of rip from there. Let's go. All right, to start here, we just got our no stride drill, just getting those hips through. Same thing we did the other day, just more of a warm up. We're using a short bat here. On these, I am using the Grip Rip Pro. It's kind of weird. It's kind of goofy. I kind of like the feel of it. I went back to a normal grip with this Grip Rip Pro without the overlap, and it kind of feels nice. Didn't hate it, didn't love it. I don't think I noticed a massive difference. Here we got our crossover drills with the long bat. I'm using the Grip Rip Pro for everything today, and then I used it in league again. It seems like my top hand actually is kind of snapping through more, and I used it in league. Obviously used it in league without any kind of build up into it. So I went from my overlap grip straight into it. Now we got some of these step back drills again with the heavy bat here, whipping everything with the 37 2-ounce bat, but went straight into it with this Grip Rip Pro and had some good cut swings on it. So I'm going to try it again tonight in league and more live BP pitching just to see how I feel and what I like with it. But just kind of ripping here, warming up with all these step back drills, 37 ounces. Then we get to our speed work. So we're doing some daddy hacks here. We got barrel load, 37 ounce, handle load, 37 ounce, and then we got light bat, game bat. Again, on these swings, I'm not focused on anything, trying to place the ball or do anything here. I'm just focused on trying to hit the ball as hard as humanly possible. Treat it more like a training stimulus than anything else. It's not much of a hit a ball in a certain place. It's swing as hard as humanly possible. Just like with squats, I'm trying to lift as much weight as humanly possible to build the strength. Right now, I'm just trying to build the velocity of the swing here and some of the strength aspects of the swing, whipping with this light bat. This is typically where I'd use a pocket radar and get measurements and compete with myself a little bit, trying to hit like the highest number. But I got to the field, my pocket radar was dead, which is unfortunate. So we were just going for longest hit ball today. And that one actually felt pretty good. The goal is always to hit a home run with one of those weighted bats. It doesn't happen very often, but when it does, it feels good. Then we get to some of these game swing bats. Same thing, just trying to rip the ball as hard as humanly possible, get the speed through, get those hips through. I think it does a really nice job. This drill does a really nice job of forcing those hips through. And then before game time, we're just taking a couple easy cuts out the tee, slowing it down a little bit. This is where we're just trying to make contact with the ball, just so we're not going into game all jacked up off of daddy hacking off the ball and off the tee. So Grip Rip Pro, I will give it 8 out of 10. I'm going to review it off live pitching a little bit more next time. And this is a bat speed day, something that I recommend for a lot of people to continue to implement. I think the biggest difference between a true bat speed day and just having bat speed in your program, like the last video where we're doing the hip stuff, I think it's just the volume aspect of it. So when I'm doing a full bat speed day, it's 4 to 8 swings each bat as hard as humanly possible. So we got 4 to 8 with the barrel load, 4 to 8 with the handle load, 4 to 8 with the light loaded bat. And with the light loaded bat, we'll do 2 sets of that. And then 4 to 8 with the game bat. So it starts to be a lot of swings. During like the end of the week when I'm doing it, I'll literally just do 6 cuts, right? So a bat speed day, it's going to be a lot of cuts with that bat speed. It's almost like a full training session. You're taking almost 50 to 60 balls at the high bat speed. On a training day where we're trying to hit lines, it's a little bit more focused, hitting spots, a bat control day, you could say. Those days, we're just teasing it as a warm-up, getting that high velocity stuff going, making sure we still have that bat speed throughout the week. and then we're only hitting like 5 or 6 of them, so you're much fresher and your focus is on bat control those days rather than bat speed. And then you have your combo days where you're working on bat speed and bat control, along with just normal BP sessions where you got live BP. So hopefully this was helpful. Hopefully this is a bat speed day that you can implement, and I'll give my more honest and full review on the Bat Grip Row, whatever it's called, after a couple live pitches. But I did like the feel of it, especially if you don't do an overlap grip. I think it did get that top hand through. I think I might get a better snap through with the overlap without just using it at all. So might just stick with that, but we'll play around with it. And it was just something fun to use in BP. I think sometimes in BP it just gets a little redundant and over again, and just having new toys to play with is sometimes fun, and that's what we did. So appreciate you guys watching. Keep chopping wood.